Ce serait d'abord un chasseur qui est parti en forêt pour faire la chasse, et le premier gibier qu'il a rencontré, c'était un porc-épic qui était en train de brouter une racine. Donc le chasseur qui s'appelle Ibenga est arrivé et il a pris sa lance et ça a transpercé le porc-épic, et en plus ça a aussi transpercé la racine. Quand il a commencé à manger, il s'est rendu compte qu'elle avait un goût vraiment amer et qui était pas peut-être normal pour une viande normale. À partir du moment où il a consommé cette plante, il a commencé à avoir les visions, et c'est à partir de ce moment-là qu'il a compris qu'il y avait quelque chose, il y avait un rapport entre les deux qui ont fait qu'il découvre en fait cette plante.
Mpuma mie na bamakano me nende mupuma va bangi kama na bamabandu kama na beagane na bamakano me beagane manika amanika do beagane te uendiki medo na mojako oto obudumia te budumia na mojako no budumia te budumia.
My little girl's name's Lexi, and my two boys are Monty, who's after my father, who passed away, and the other one is Sai, after my name, Sai. And they're great, total inspirations for me. But my heroin use, I was able to hide it from everybody. I mean, I was pretty active heroin addict. I hadn't lost my job. I hadn't lost my family yet, but I was about ready to. And I knew I just wanted to stop. I have to use daily to get up out of bed, and I would do maybe close to a gram a day, and then I would always mix it with speed so that the heroin and the speed would kind of keep me balanced. But it's no life to live. Every morning you wake up and you're so sick. till you get your first fix. And nothing stops you from that first fix. Not your kids, not nothing.
I was having breakfast with a friend of mine who was a chemist, and he was going through a freezer he had, and the freezer was full of different types of drugs. He pulled out a small vial and said, I think you'll be interested in this. I said, well, what is it? He said, well, it's an African hallucinogen, and it lasts 36 hours. So here I am under the influence of this very powerful hallucinogen, and I get home, and I lay down, and the ibogaine is working and working and working and working, and it's 33 hours later, and I only thought to myself, I'm exhausted, I'm going to sleep for a week, and I'm never going to take this drug again. And I got dressed, and I walked out of the house, and that's when I realized that I was not in narcotic withdrawal. And I looked at this large tree in front of me, and I looked at the clouds in the sky, and I realized that for the first time in my life, I was not frightened, and perceived that my entire life had been full of fear.
Somewhere, I think it was the end of 1988 or early 89, I believe, I received a call from Mr. Howard Lotzoff, who was living in Staten Island in New York City, and he claimed he had a cure for drug addiction. And he explained that somewhere in the late 60s, he took this bizarre drug called ibogaine, and after that experience, he had lost his cravings for drugs, and prior to that time, he had been a multi-drug user. At the time I received this call, I really didn't think very much of it, and I get numerous calls from people who claim they have a cure for something or other, and they want me to study it. And most of these people, I think, are really not in touch with reality, and I assume Mr. Lotzoff was similar nature, and I dismissed the call, really. He called back several times, and the more I talked to him, the more intrigued I became, and I was particularly intrigued by the fact that he claimed that you took this drug once and you lost your cravings for drugs at least for several months or forever. And this sort of magic bullet notion is really unlike any pharmaceutical we have really for any disease.
Good evening, I'm Forrest Sawyer, and this is Day One. What if we could cure drug addiction with a single pill?
I'm clean. I don't have any cravings for cocaine.
But the cure itself makes you high. And government researchers wonder if it really cures anything at all. Ibogaine is a psychedelic drug that puts its users on a 3-day trip. It's illegal in the U.S., and no one knows if it really works.
It took me from 1984 to 1991 through the leadership of 3 different directors of the National Institute on Drug Abuse to finally get them to take a serious look at ibogaine. Now, imagine that you are a doctor. You spend 12 years getting your education. You spend 15 years in the field becoming an expert. And then the last thing you're going to want to hear is some former heroin addict went and discovered the effective medication that you're looking for. So there was enormous resistance.
The Drug Enforcement Agency says ibogaine has a high potential for abuse and no accepted medical use in treatment.
Moi, je suis guérisseur traditionnel du Gabon. Dans ma famille, mon grand-père est initié. Moi, j'ai été initié à l'âge de 7 ans dans ma famille. Et donc, j'ai grandi dans cette tradition. Il m'a permis d'apprendre tout ce que je sais aujourd'hui. Ça, c'est la racine de l'iboga. Et là, elle est dans son état brut. Donc, c'est un échantillon que j'ai déraciné pour toujours montrer aux gens à partir du moment où ils ont besoin de savoir à quoi ça ressemble l'iboga. Et donc, nous, par exemple, dans l'iboga, on n'utilise pas tout ça. On n'utilise ni le bois, on n'utilise ni cette première peau. On râpe la première écorce de la racine n'est pas mangeable. Donc on ne la consomme pas, la première écorce. Mais c'est la deuxième écorce. Donc à partir du moment où tu vas râper la deuxième écorce, tu verras apparaître à peine le bois. Et donc c'est cette deuxième écorce qui se consomme et qui a les vertus thérapeutiques pour l'initiation à l'iboga.
Originally, the problem started, we went through an awful divorce that devastated the family. It overnight changed our standard of living. And my daughter at that time was about 13 when she started drinking wine, taking things out of the refrigerator, things like that. And it progressed very quickly to marijuana, anything she could, inhalants, pills.
Pretty quickly it progressed till I was doing crack and heroin when I was around 16, and once I was addicted to drugs I couldn't work or go to school. I knew that it was so bad that it was going to kill me, but I just couldn't stop. Like the first chance I would get $5 in my hand, it was like this uncontrollable response. But I did come to a place where it was really clear that I had to find a way to get sober, or I was just going to die really soon.
I never could accept the philosophy of tough love. I just couldn't. Everyone around me said the only way that you can help is by stepping back and no form of support. But her drug use had gotten so severe that I couldn't step back and just wait for the worst to happen. So I started learning about how to help. I sent her to a number of treatment centers, one in California, one in Dayton, one in Cleveland, all over, and all very expensive, thinking the better the care, the better it would help. Nothing would last. She would go through it. She got so knowledgeable she could teach the courses. She knew it here. But she said, in discussing her relapses, she'd say, I just can't help it. On a number of occasions,
Donc le chasseur qui s'appelle Ibenga est arrivé et il a pris sa lance et ça a transpercé le porc-épic et en plus ça a aussi transpercé la racine. Ce serait d'abord un chasseur qui est parti en forêt pour faire la chasse et le premier gibier qu'il a rencontré c'était un porc-épic qui était en train de brouter une racine. quand il a commencé à manger, il s'est rendu compte qu'elle avait un goût vraiment amer et qui était pas peut-être normal pour une viande normale. À partir du moment où il a consommé cette plante, il a commencé à avoir